Now, people are saying, and I said this on my live stream on Saturday, that the Anthony Joshua that fought Andy Ruiz on Saturday did not look like the same Anthony Joshua we're used to seeing. And that's a fact. Who in the hell gets a neck massage before the actual fight starts? Like, he was getting a deep tissue neck massage before the fight, right in ringside, during the fight or before the fight. I thought that was very odd, very odd. Um, Before that, he had a major black eye, lots of scars and bruises on his face. A week up leading to the fight, he said it had something to do with physio. Didn't buy that shit. Now it's turning out that Anthony Joshua was injured, had a concussion prior to the fight with Andy Ruiz. And according to sources, they're saying that Eddie Hearn knew about this. Of course, Anthony Joshua knew about this. And because of the pressure and the amount of money that the zone wanted to see from Anthony Joshua and making this fight in his U.S. debut in Madison Square Garden, they proceeded to move forward despite him having an injury. Now, Anthony Joshua is, you saw with the post fight interview, the guy doesn't make excuses. He's gracious with his defeat, admirable, respectful, has class, and gives all praises to Andy Ruiz. And of course, major shout out to Andy Ruiz for being the first Mexican heavyweight champion, unified champion. He did what he's supposed to do. He was a replacement, a last minute replacement fighter. 5 weeks into leading up to the fight, he stepped up while nobody else did. Ortiz didn't want to do it. Wilder didn't want to do it. Kaunaki didn't want to do it. A PBC fighter by the name of Andy Ruiz Jr. stepped up. And he captured 4 belts, actually. Not just 3, 4. IBO as well. But like I said, it's obvious. The guy that we're used to seeing, and which is Anthony Joshua, was not the normal Anthony Joshua, and many people are saying that. So now it's just starting to make sense as to why during the 7th round his body language was not the same. His body language basically gave up. He was fed up. During the first knockdown in the 7th round, where he got knocked down 3 times, before the 4th knockdown, he spit his mouth guard out of his mouth as to say, listen, I'm done. I'm spent. I'm tired. I'm done. So a combination of him being exhausted, him being hit in behind the ear, messed off his equilibrium, his balance, and the fact that he was already concussed before the fight. And when you're concussed, you're not supposed to be fighting for months. You're not supposed to be doing, or not just fighting, any athlete, if you're concussed, you're not supposed to be doing any kind of physical contact for months. That's just protocol, and that didn't happen. So it makes sense now. It makes sense now. And the fact that Anthony Joshua's father, after the fight, in the ring, was visibly upset, wanted to attack Eddie Hearn by saying, you never should have put my son in this fight. This fight should have been called off. I understand why he's upset. I'll do the same thing. So it's really starting to add up, starting to make sense. But any boxing fan, especially if you follow Anthony Joshua, you can tell before the fight, during his ring entrance, he was not the same. He did not look the same. Anybody who follows Anthony Joshua could tell you that. He did not look like the normal Anthony Joshua. But again, I'm not taking nothing away from Andy Ruiz, but it's just the evidence is out there. That was not the normal Anthony Joshua we're used to seeing. And so that's the reason why he quit. Because he was already hurt before the fight. He was already concussed. He had a concussion. He was fighting with a concussion and got concussed again during the fight. So he definitely could have lost his life. Got seriously hurt. Could have been comatose like Um, dude from Canada. What's his name? Adonis Stevenson. Adonis Stevenson. He got put into a coma, nearly lost his life. So that could have been Anthony Joshua. But to the fact that Joshua got up 4 times. Remember, people are saying, yeah, he quit. But you got to remember, the guy got up 4 times. He got up 4 times. He got back up 4 times. Had an injury leading up to the fight, and still continued to fight. You know what I'm saying? But people want to dismiss it and say, "Oh, he quit." You got to understand all the details of what happened. All the details. So it's really starting to add up and make sense now. But like I said, rematch is coming. I think Anthony Joshua got to regroup. I think he got to reevaluate his team. He has a lot of people on his payroll. I mean, he has a huge team. Like, there's a photo of him and his entire team. It's like at least about 60 people. It's crazy. But reevaluate his whole team and find out who understands him, his best interest as a professional, and understanding that your health comes first. You know what I'm saying? If you're hurt, you're injured, this fight should have been called off. Right? So if he wants to be a guy that's injured, still holding on to the belts, at least he's injured, holding on to the belts, and he'll fight again, another time this year, November, December, as long as he's nursing that injury. But now he's a guy that's a non-title holder, that's concussed, has to take time off, that has to reevaluate his whole entire career and push forward. So it is what it is, man. Those are my thoughts about that. Leave your comments down below about why you think Anthony Joshua quit in the 7th round. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGMediaTV. Family, until next time, Chauncey signing out.